All right, just keep rolling. We left off the last video with Nasanda on the dyno. You guys saw the video, right? You went and watched it. If you didn't go watch it, just go and just like it or something, please. Thank you. It's my holiday present. Thank you. And we had some, maybe issues with it, right? We didn't get where we wanted to get. We were kind of in a rush for a day, back from Japan. Thanksgiving was next day. Now it's the day after Thanksgiving, and we have just as little time to get this done, but it'll be all right. So we ran into a couple small issues. We had some good suggestions, and we want to try some more stuff. We want to get this thing working today. I want to leave. I want to feel good this weekend knowing we made the right power on the Sonic, right? Before we even try to optimize it even more. So we're gonna figure this thing out. So come over here. Also, if you guys don't know what we're talking about, Beams 3SGE, ITBs, and our rear-wheel drive Civic.
And the Civic.
And the Civic. So it's jack spinning ITBs, D-Stroke 1000cc injectors. It's on ethanol right now. Spoon made the headers. We want to see some jam. So what we got here is where we left off, right? This dyno graph that was getting somewhere, but it's not really there just yet. We made 210 horsepower, but I think there's still plenty more into it. You know, it's NA, so every horsepower counts. If you notice, the big thing was this dip right here. It was killing me. We got a lot of comments about it. If you didn't get to the end of the video, a lot of those comments didn't really add up, but what we found out is the VVTi gear was getting stuck on, right? So the VVTi gear was advancing, which then killed off the power up top, and then it would randomly unstick and then allow us to make this more peak end power, right? I want to get rid of this today. And on top of that, we had some fueling issues, which I think we figured out, and a couple other small things. So today we're gonna magically fix all of that and get this thing barking, as they say. Right, Jordy? Should we barking?
Should we scream?
I hope everyone had an amazing Thanksgiving. If you guys aren't American, don't know what the heck I'm talking about, just don't even Google it. It just sounds weird, but it's a day to have a good turkey dinner with your family, right? Well, whatever. And with that goes like all the Black Friday deals. So guys, end of the month, kind of when all the deals are over with, if there's a company we're affiliated with, probably a discount code using Jimmy O on their website for a discount, right? Yeah.
He's not wrong.
Yeah. Or if you guys want to get your link stuff, you don't have much time left, hop below Shop Jimmy O. We have all the deals on our website. Last chance. I don't want to get an email 3 days later like, oh man, I missed out. If you have any questions, email us. Jordy will get you sorted. Right, Jordy? Link export.
That's right.
Export.
Email me.
And it'll just bug me. One crucial step when you're putting ITBs on your car is balancing your ITBs, right? By balancing, I mean making sure they're essentially pulling the same amount of efficiency per cylinder. A little bit of movement in ITB creates a lot of airflow per cylinder, right? If you crack open a single throttle body engine, like 1%, not a lot of air going in, not a big deal. But if you do 1% on each cylinder, that adds up, right? And so if they're slightly more open, they're gonna be pulling more vacuum. And so what we use this little, it's literally just a vacuum gauge to see how much vacuum each cylinder is pulling, right? And then this will tell us how much each one is open. If it pulls more vacuum, you could assume that the ITB is more open. So if you look right here, I don't even know what the measurement is. That's 6? I don't even know what the units are. Whatever, we'll just use them as arbitrary numbers, right? So that is pulling about 6, right? We bring it over here. It's pulling a little less vacuum. It's at 5, which means most likely this throttle body is slightly more open than this one. We move over here. This one's pulling even less vacuum, so we can assume that this throttle body is slightly less open than this one. But then we go over here. That's pulling quite a bit of vacuum, almost double the previous one, so we can assume that this throttle blade is more open. One of the major effects is idle. That's probably why this thing idles like it has a cam, which means it's getting inconsistent airflow to each cylinder, which accounts for this lumpier idle. Now, in the full throttle stuff, it's not really the end of the world, because if your throttle body's open, if they're like 5% difference at full throttle, you probably really won't see it, but you might see it in the transient. So this step is really important. So we're gonna have to adjust each throttle blade until we get these things pretty equal. And then we should get a way cleaner idle and should make the tune a little bit easier on us. So the tricky part here is these ITBs don't have an adjustment screw on them. A lot of ITBs will have a screw on it, which just changes the position of the arm, so you can adjust them while it's running, which is huge because it's a kind of a dance. It goes back and forth. Like the idles will change and it'll affect the vacuum overall, whatever. But, so these we have to do manually. It's gonna make this thing a little bit trickier. So all it does is clamp onto the throttle blade. See how it just like clamps on right there? So we're gonna have to like, see how it's just slipping on it? So we're gonna have to like kind of manually do this, which is lucky. I'm just gonna free ball it to see what happens. So we know this one's the most open, so let's see if I can get this thing to close a little bit more. What we could use for reference is we could hold them all open at full throttle and see which ones are open more than others. Right now, cylinder 1 is more open at full throttle than the inner 2 cylinders, which makes sense why cylinder 1 was pulling more vacuum. So technically, each cylinder has a slightly different efficiency, you know? There are many factors that do affect that, and so there's other things that could affect the way that pulls vacuum other than just how open the throttle body is. So that's why it's kind of this balancing act. We're gonna visibly set them all together. As a baseline, I think we're there. Cylinders are still pulling slightly less vacuum. All right, we're close. Right now, these are in sync and these are in sync, but they're not far off from each other. You can hear it in the idle. Like
It's really smooth.
Really smooth now, which is huge. You hear how smooth the idle is now? Like it sounds like a stock car. So, look. 9. Cool. That's it. We're within enough percentage that we can call it. So it's idling nice and smooth now. So we lost that lump, which is cool. We're good. So ITBs are not balanced. So idle, obviously way cleaner. Our train should be good. I think we should do a pull.
See if that made any difference.
And see if that made a difference power-wise. Some people said they see gains with it. Such small blades and they're only off a small percent at full throttle. I don't really think so, but it's worth a shot. It might even just make more power because everything's nice and cold still. So
yeah,
let's just see what happens. We didn't really make it to the first pull. We still had a fueling issue that we had in the last video. It was kind of intermittent. We were kind of working through it. I did a few things this morning, didn't fix it. I just pulled the pump out and it looks like the line that I was using for the pump to the hanger, it must have not have been an ethanol safe line because it's super gooey. We put feed from the pump straight into a bucket and it was like, I replaced the hose and now it's coming out fine. So yeah, we'll see. We do 2 pulls at fucking, you know, lighting this thing back up is such a nightmare. This was the first fuel cell I've ever bought, and I will never buy a cheap fuel cell ever again. Spend the money, get a radium. Because now the chassis is like made around it, you know what I mean? Yeah. If I could, I would chuck a radium in. I mean, I didn't know when I first did it. I was like, oh, it's a tin can, you know, it's a box that holds fuel. How crazy can it be, you know? All right, let's give it a shot. Good.
That's incredible.
I replaced that fuel pump too, and the problem never went away. It went away for a little bit, so it must have been a really cheap hose or something for it to deteriorate that fast. Whatever. Let's check it out. We made less power. Graph is very similar. Why do we make less power? There could be a lot of factors. We're changing a lot right now. Even the fueling could just be different from that previous pull. Fueling goes a long way on these NA setups. So we're not gonna say we saw any power gains or anything like that from the balancing, which I didn't expect, but it does run a lot smoother down low and the partial is a lot better, so we can count on that. But the reason why I wanna get to this point is we still have this dip. And you know, we had a lot of discussion of what it could be in terms of like mechanical setups, if it's just the resonance of the intake or if it's the header design that actually doesn't allow each runner to have maximum efficiency and there's just a weird crossover point. But no, we did find out it is the VVTi gear getting stuck on. So we have dual VVTi. What is VVTi, right? VVTi is essentially allowing us to adjust our cam timing, right? It's not like VTEC. VTEC's like a different set of lobes essentially, but VVTi, VTC, whatever you want to call it, basically changes the degree of the camshaft, and that allows us to rotate the camshaft to be more efficient throughout the pull. because the camshaft will be efficient at different points. So if you could kind of maximize those efficiencies by changing the position of the camshaft, it all works out. If the camshaft is at the wrong position at the wrong time, it could hurt us because it's pulling out that efficiency. So if you look right here, it's kind of hard to see on camera, but right here we have yellow, which is going to be VVTi position, and then we have green, which is going to be target position. So as you could tell, starts off, they align with each other pretty good right throughout the pull. It's good, we want it right there, it's a mid-range. But then we taper off the position of the VVTi gear just to bring it back to an efficient point. But as you could see, the yellow and the green are far from each other. It's showing that even though the ECU is commanding the VVTi gear to be in this position, it's still being stuck in this position. So, what does that mean? That means that we have a mechanical issue. That means something is happening that's causing the VVTi gear to get stuck. Now, there's a couple things that account for that, but a lot of it is, well, it just not getting the optimal oil pressure that it's supposed to be seeing. Now, when we got this engine, it's definitely been through the ringer. It's a typical Japanese engine where it was very sludgy. The oil was probably changed not very often, or it was just in there for way too long. So I think the cam gear is just sludged up. Now we could buy a new one, which I wouldn't mind because that one seems to be leaking out of the seals a little bit, but we don't have time for that today. I want to see if I can bring this thing back to life and try to get some sludge out. We're gonna get this thing cleaned out. So a couple ways to do it. We're gonna take an old school approach on this thing. Good old fashioned ATF. Dun, dun, dun. This is like a real old school trick. So there's a lot of detergents in ATF. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a quart of ATF in this engine, rip on it a little bit. Hopefully this thing can get some of the sludge and gunk built up in this VVTi gear. We'll swap out the oil for some fresh oil. It's kind of a Hail Mary. We could seafoam the bitch. You wanna seafoam it? No,
I'm not against it, but that's a unk.
That's an unk move. Yeah, this is an OG move, but yeah, seafoam.
OG and then unk. Different.
I mean, this is a Hail Mary, but if it works, hell yeah. Saves me having to buy a gear for now. So we're gonna drain like a quart out or so don't overfill this thing like crazy. Oh.
I'm interested to see you do this.
How are you gonna calculate a quart?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, we'll be all right. We'll be all right. All right. Good thing it's 1,000,000 degrees.
That's way more than a quart.
This is gonna be, no, it's not. I got it. That wasn't a quart. No, there's no way. It's so hot. All right. That was a quart. All right. Good thing this glove did nothing for me. Look at useless fucking glove. Come on, do me good, ATF. This probably looks so crazy online. Don't do this. I don't want any liability.
I mean, do it, but just don't blame you.
Dude, people put ATF in the fuel. Like, that's an OG move. Like, the diesel guys do that like crazy.
Yeah, it's supposed to clean your injectors out.
I'm pretty sure that's like the secret behind Ignite Red. I think it's just like ethanol with like a cap of ATF in it. Makes it red. Yeah, maybe I did take out more than a quart. I was sitting before, I was like, man, where's the dipstick in this thing?
Shot right in front of me.
Shot.
As long as it looks like it's in a safe spot.
Yeah, we got oil. We're chill. Maybe more ATF. Maybe we can run this bitch straight on ATF. Remember Orion ran an engine on just straight WD-40 and the thing would not die?
It also depends on the engine. It is a Toyota.
It's a Toyota engine. Should be alright. I think you could put
water.
No, maybe not water. Yeah, put some fucking vegetable oil in that thing. Should be alright. Let that bitch, let it sing, you know what I mean?
So then how do we test to see if this actually worked?
So I'm gonna run it for a little bit. I'm gonna manually actuate the VVTi gear on, off to try and get the thing to like open up.
Break loose.
Yeah, break loose, and then we'll do a couple pulls and see if it gets a little bit better. We'll compare it. If it doesn't change at all, then we're just like, all right, the thing's shot, but it is what it is. It's worth a shot. I mean,
yeah, we gotta try.
20 minutes and a quart of ATF, I'll take it. Watch it, right? So we'll look right here. See so we have inlet bank 1 position, right? So we'll just turn full duty cycle on the VVTi. So it kicks it up to 55 degrees, which is max, right? We shut it off, gets stuck at 55 degrees. See, it's just stuck at 50 degrees. But if we rev it out, it just shuts right off. So
Yeah, and so you're kind of like shocking it loose.
yeah, it's just the oil pressure, right? So it's not getting the oil pressure it needs to shut off. So it's probably just so gummed up that maybe the pass is just, whatever. I just don't think it's getting the oil pressure until it gets to that high RPM, which is past our efficiency point. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, we needed to shut off before that.
yeah. Like it shuts off pretty late. Like it would shut off, I would say probably around 6 grand, but it's shutting off at like 65. If it would just give us that like.
Well, you want to do a pull just to see if that dip is still there at all, or if it like moved?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep actuating a little bit more, and then we'll do a pull, see if it moved back at all. See if that helps. Yeah, it didn't really do much.
Hey, it was worth a shot.
It was
though.
worth a shot. OG move did not work. Shut off more aggressively, but not at the right time. You can even see the raw commanding of the ECU. It shuts off at like, it starts to taper off at like 5 grand. VVTi stuck, and then all of a sudden it just goes, and we're off. It's like once it sees a little bit of oil, like once it actually sees some oil pressure from the RPM. So, all right, well, let's strain out this oil with the ATF in it, and then let's change the oil weight and see if that helps. All right, so it had some pretty thin oil in it to begin with, so I just put some quite a bit thicker oil in it. So let's see if that either helps or hurts us, or does anything.
We're experimenting today.
Dude, it's a diag day. We're learning together. The internals of this thing could just be destroyed, honestly.
Yeah,
But we'll see.
it is an older engine.
It's old, yeah. Slightly better.
It actually kind of took the...
Unless that's the wrong run. Let's see if my dyno's playing games right now. No, look at it. Yeah, look at it.
Yeah, it took a lot of that dip out.
The last 2 runs, yeah, look how much of the dip came out in the last 2 runs. Look at the look at the torque.
What's it look like on the laptop? Did it shut off early?
Yeah, I bet the seals on that VVTi unit are going to shit. I'm gonna buy a new one anyways because it is leaking, but still not perfect, which explains why the dip didn't go away.
But it's way better.
It is way better. So look at it. Green versus yellow. Can you see on the screen?
Yeah.
So before it was like, and then it would just randomly shut off. Now it actually starts to turn off. We wanted to shut off earlier than this, 400 RPM sooner, and not as erratic, which is huge. It's really good news. Obviously it's not fixed, but it shows us how dramatically the VVTi is affecting us up top, right? Like it's a clear, I mean, that's a huge dip. I mean, that was, what, 15 foot-pounds of torque, which is, for an NA setup like that, massive. So we managed to get this thing cleaned up enough where the torque is more manageable. If you look at the torque curve, this one, there's no more ripples in it. It's smooth, at least, and that's what we want to see. That's what we expect to see. Given our constraints, it's still probably not perfect, but it's usable, right? We're not crazy far off here, which is huge. The only hard part is right now, I can only get it to make like 203. That's like the peak. It's very consistent at 203, which I really want to see like 215. It's nice, the feeling's good now, everything's good, everything's being super consistent. But I did do quite a few pulls with this thing, and well, there's a lot of heat in the ITBs. Like the throttle bodies themselves are really hot. So, you know, the air velocity past them is so quick, I wouldn't expect them to affect it that dramatically. But I'm gonna cool the ITBs down and do a pull and see how much power we pick up, because I was able to get 210 the other day, even with the VVTi being messed up. So really want to see that 215, 220 number that it's supposed to make. So ITBs cool down, put some fresh air towards it.
Not on it.
Not on it, because we know that's a big power gain. See, it's I'm talking about. We just got a little heat soak on the old girl.
It actually looks really good.
Yeah, it looks, yeah.
Without that dip in it.
No, it looks great. It looks really good. Choo. Playing with injection angle and everything before, it didn't see much gains from it. It's kind of where it wants to be. I still feel like there's more to it. Bit more out of her. I want that 220 so bad, bro. Jordy, hold the fan at the fucking ITBs for me.
More boost! My ears are gonna hurt so bad.
I think we limited airflow that time. Well, we got her to 218 horsepower and we got the graph looking pretty normal, right? We can get this thing cleaned up a little bit more if we can get this intake VVTi gear to do exactly what we want it to, instead of trying to manipulate it and hope that it works. I'll order for new gear. They're known to go bad, so we'll get that sorted. And then I think the next step is playing with ITB length and see if we can maximize this thing. I'd really love to say it's over 220. That would be sick. Maybe instead of dropping cams would be cool. The VVTi gear is off, you're like halfway there. I know it's fun, like usually it's like, oh, let's just turn the boost up, you know, and make more power. So it's kind of like interesting to, like, to fight for every horsepower. But I mean, we took off the dyno yesterday at like 185. So we're making 30 more horsepower.
That's a lot.
A lot.
Considering it's making 200.
Yeah, yeah. It's funny. The numbers sound funny online, but this is part of it. So car should feel good. The curve is good. I'm really happy. Fuel system's figured out our issue here. We got a lot figured out today, so I think putting a little more time into this thing was really nice. So yeah, I mean, I just like to be, like I said before, I just want to use this car to experiment a little bit. So let me know if there's anything you guys think I should do or want to see us test. I mean, hell, I'd even love to try and set up like a floater style for, you ever see when they put the injectors on the outside of the ITBs? Mm-hmm. Like a
little sprayer.
A little sprayer. I'm curious how that would be. I'd assume it'd be like a torque promoter, maybe cams. Let me know if you guys think cams would be worth it. Trumpet lengths for sure. We're gonna play around with that. Also trumpet designs, because we talked about how different shapes of trumpets also affect it too. Good thing 3D printers exist and make this like very doable, which is cool. Obviously boost would be cool. Any type of forced induction because it's easy power. It's expensive power, and it's a lot of work, but it's easy power. So nitrous might be kind of cool.
Yeah, like a 50 shot.
Yeah. A little fogger in there, a little nitrous. I think we'd feel crazy with nitrous. So I don't know. Let's have fun with it, not stress it too much. So for now, Nosando, not bad. Can you feel it, Austin? Can you feel the season being over?
Yes.
Does it hurt?
Yes, slowly. It
hurts.
Creeps in.
This year went by really fast.
Flew by.
Flew by. So kind of like the last hurrah of the season. My buddy's throwing a little car meet at his shop, and we decided to use it as kind of a little bit of a boys trip. One last excuse to kind of street our cars out. So Austin's got his K-swap FRS, George's got his 1.8T swap D36, and then I have the 180. Been dying to drive it, just been away. But we'll figure we'll have some fun, bring you guys along for the ride. Did we ever give like an update on Jordy's car? I don't think we formally did. Patreons did. Right?
Yeah, Patreon got an update like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, so last time you guys saw us talk about Jordy's car, we said it was blown up because we were fully convinced it was blown up, but he's been driving it. It's not blown up. Jordy, can you pop your hood? You guys saw it had a lot of stuff coming out of the catch can. It was smoking like crazy. And Jordy did his research and found out that these 1.8Ts need like an insane amount of venting. So they built a new catch can, like a really beefy one, and they were able to get a couple more ports into it. Like he was able to put another port into the valve cover instead of just running one before, and the car has been fine.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
So before it was just choked up. So it was literally smoking, kind of like the same reason why it smoked the first time we started the engine. The crankcase couldn't breathe enough, and it was just spitting oil into the cylinders.
It's crazy.
That's crazy. Jordy told me that, and I was like, there's no way. It's got to have a broken piston. This thing was huffing. But you've been driving it.
Yeah, it's great. It lasted that drift day, just the rear end.
Yeah, you guys went drifting with it.
We just went to E-Town. It was fine.
Yeah, we went to E-Town, everything. That's diabolical. So if you guys have a 1.8T, make sure you have a proper size catch can. This one's really cool because these things are, I mean, it's an old motor, you know. Rings might be a little gappy gap more than usual.
Old girls congest.
Gotta let that girl breathe.
But this will allow Jordy to get a couple more events at it before the end of the year, and then we'll get that 2-liter built so we could actually see this thing
making some real.
I mean, let's make a good power right now, isn't it? It's like 3 something, 360, 380. I don't know. I think Fox.
boogie, buddy boy.
Waiting on you guys. Come on.
This car is so rowdy, dude.
Look who decided to show up. A long time no see, my friends.
Don't you love smart ass friends?
Smartass? I haven't seen you guys in a long time. Oh, come on. That was crazy. Hope you got that on camera.
Yay, cool cars.
Look at Jim out of the shop. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
End of the season.
How did you convince him to come?
It neglects all responsibilities.
We needed a video.
I feel like I'm back in Japan. We got an S15 with hella GDM mods on it. Like, look at this.
Yeah, it's unlocked too. Do whatever you gotta do.
Yeah, give me the keys. No, just, the mid-mount setup, super Japan spec, and then they take the harness and just chuck it over the strut tower versus trying to tuck it up.
I've never seen that
You
before.
never seen that before?
That's
It's like
hilarious.
every freaking S chassis in Japan is like that, or else they rub in here, right?
Where do you disconnect it to then get it over?
I don't know. It's not a problem that I need to have. So no, they bolt. They're behind the fuse box. The harness on bolts.
Okay.
It sucks, but like it's better than having to cut up.
You said disconnect like they didn't take wire snippers and just
Yeah,
cut the whole thing out.
And then just splice them all back
Yeah.
together.
Oh my god, yeah, because it's all these all slip connectors. That would be like the Japan way to do it.
At least it doesn't rub through the harness anymore.
You guys have seen me for the last like 7 years travel around the world and look at the same cars, and I'm 20 minutes from home and I'm still excited about it. I've always been a like tuck, shave, clean everything, and then like the more like I don't know, I've like come to like
Just
this
works.
stuff. Like you're like, okay, he just drives that thing and makes it work and has a good time.
And then you look at this
And then
thing.
you get a little bit prettier, yeah. I love about like the anodized valve cover and stuff. A little more US spec. 3076, 3071.
3076.
Nice. So like the hot mod, like a lot of the guys are doing the 3037, is that what it is? 37, 30, 30, I think it's 3037, but it's basically like an old school 3076. You could just buy a 3076. It's very Japan, isn't it? Like
People want like the old school turbos.
yeah, like Casey's car. Casey runs the 3030. Is it 3037? I don't know. It's so old. I don't like this. I think they still make it.
And that's like all the love with like the GD06.
Yeah, they want that little bit of lag so you can keep traction, like kind of going up to that main corner at Mahon. Because if you blow the tires off, you go nowhere. So it's like they like balance the lag with the gear ratio. It's like yeah, it's pretty crazy.
The whole Mahon science behind
The
it.
Mahon science behind it, yeah. You got it from Japan like this?
Yeah.
I love that. Look how this is the Japanese ingenuity. It's like, nah, I don't want to buy over fender, so I'm gonna cut the bottom and space it out.
Kind of like it.
It's kind of cool. It's like a very like kind of like road race
Yeah.
mod, isn't it? It doesn't look bad.
This is the sickest book I've ever seen in my life.
It's a book. Ricardo just told me it's a book full of.
It's all pictures from people, from this one guy in a Waffle House.
Yeah, he went to all the Waffle Houses.
It's so cool. I love Waffle House too. I can't
DOD
even.
next weekend.
Oh,
We're going to Waffle House.
I can't even read too, so this book's perfect for me. It's all pictures.
Oh, words. Skip that part.
If you guys didn't know the lore of Jordy, he loves Waffle House.
We were talking about we're going to one next weekend at DOD.
Oh, last time we had a great Waffle House, proper
Top tier.
top tier. She spilled a whole plate of syrup waffles on me. One of the waitresses quit and walked out. There wasn't a fight, so that was sad. But like, there's always something with Waffle House.
There was a Dodge Neon in the parking lot with a really crazy window banner on it. That was really sick.
Yeah. I don't know if we can. Shut up. I don't know if we can have our race anymore. Broken axle. I'm really good at breaking axles.
Yeah.
Oh, time to upgrade. Look at this. It's a whole show. I feel like Ellen DeGeneres.
Womp womp womp.
I forgot a couple cluck kicks on the way here though.
Jim caught the Carter curse this time.
The Carter
car broke
curse.
what, in the same fucking spot?
Same exact
Literally
spot.
the same spot. Yeah. Trailer right here. Don't you remember that guy? Roll the clip.
You don't control this, all right?
All right, this is my show now. You're at my shop.
Let me get that S13 axle. That car ain't going nowhere. Casual little drive. It was nice. Wish me luck that the axle gets to be home.
You're going home with Jordy though, right?
Yeah. He'll
right.
flat tow me back to the shop, but. No, so we're gonna next week we're doing DOD, which is like one of the best events of the year. It's Summit. It's in West Virginia.
Summit Point, West Virginia.
All the boys are stoked for it. So I'm gonna bring this car, so it's a good shakedown.
Yeah, it's better that it happened here than 7 hours away.
Yeah, exactly. Got to do some clutch kicks today. That was fun. We learned a lot with the Sonda. We got far with it. Very confident in the engine. I'm very confident with the tune now. Now it's just time to see what we can do the juicer up. Put all the fuel lines back in the car and tidy it together and actually go enjoy the thing. I'm excited to test it. Like, even with the VVTi gear right now, like obviously it's not killing us on power, just a little bit of ripple. So I feel confident in testing it until that thing comes in. But I'd love to test it ASAP. Proper track test. Give it a proper alignment this time because we always just drifted it kind of just like thrown together. And it's on a slider, so I'm really excited for you guys to drive it. Yeah. So now that everyone knows how to drift, like I can be like, yo, let me know what you think.
Everybody take a lap.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, anything you guys want to see, let us know. We're just here to have fun. But for now, it's cold. We're all sleepy because we're old. We'll see you guys soon. Like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more content. We'll see you guys very shortly.